Welcome to this edition of the Ultimate Combat Experience. I'm Mike Stidham, joined by the greasy biker, Todd Reed. We're here at the all ages card. If we look old, it's because everybody around us is so young. Everybody's under, well, for the most part, they're under 21. They don't usually get a chance to fight in our show because we fight in nightclubs. Well, we're down here at the Salt Lake Community College, letting these young guys get in here and do their thing.
You know, there's some tough kids. We're going to learn a lot by watching these young guys, and they're going to get a chance to mix it up with some of the older guys, which they haven't had the option, or they haven't been able to do that in the past. So this is going to be exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. And I always enjoy coming down here because this really is the future of mixed martial arts here. You're going to see these guys. Believe me, we've come here in years past, and they end up being just amazing fighters. Speaking of amazing, thegreasybiker.com is our title sponsor, Todd. What is thegreasybiker.com?
Well, hey, living's easy when you're keeping it greasy. You know, it's about being on two wheels, so we're just stamping that greasy biker on everything, hats, hoodies, beanies. Got a bunch of artwork coming out. We're going to do some leather, so check your local motorcycle shops and go online to thegreasybiker.com and check us out.
Buddy, that's my new mantra, man. Living is easy when life is greasy. It's the Ultimate Combat Experience coming right at you. All right, the folks here are pumped and ready to go. We're here at the Salt Lake Community College. This is our all-ages event, so we got guys that are just barely 18 years old that want to come in here and get in a little fight experience, like this guy right here, Robert McCollum. He's young, he's hungry, he's ready to punch somebody in the face, and boy, you know, you get to have all your peers that are underage that normally can't get into our nightclub shows. They're here, so the energy level is just through the roof. Here's his opponent right there, Austin Hardman, making his way into the cage, and boy, these guys are amped and ready to go. Look at all that energy.
Yeah, these guys are pretty pumped. We got to figure these guys are training in the gym with the guys that can fight in the nightclubs, and they're going up against them in the gym, and they're not able to compete all the time with them. So this is a good night for them. Yeah,
absolutely, night for them to shine. And you know, some of them do train, and some of them don't train. These guys are just young and hungry, and there's no better motivator than to have all your classmates in the room with you and able to put on a show right here. So both these guys coming out and starting things off with a hug. That's it, a hug. Not a whole lot of striking going on. These guys jockeying for position. You kind of get the sense that Robert McCullum has got a little more experience. He seems to be more composed out there, and he just kind of biding his time a little bit, looking for a standing guillotine with an arm in. Probably not the most strategically wise move.
Keep seeing him look back to his corner.
Yeah, and he keeps landing some nice knees to the body, which is a good way to kind of slow your opponent down and take that body strength away. Now he's pulling guard with that guillotine. And is that a tap? Wow, that was a tap. It didn't look to me like he really had the right angle with the arm in, but he got a tap nonetheless. And that'll happen a lot of times with an inexperienced opponent. They feel like their head is just in an uncomfortable spot, and they don't like it. So they tapped right there. And Robert McCollum getting a real quick, real easy win for his first fight here into the cage. And you got it, man. McCullum, he's a professional fighter now. He's got 30 seconds experience and got it done quick. All right, let's keep the ball rolling. Didn't look like that one took long enough to even make it to a commercial break. So Josh Denmark, nice kid, been training over at my gym for quite some time. He's a pretty good wrestler, in good shape. But this kid's new to the scene, also training at my gym, Phetvixay, and he's a good-looking kid. This should be a pretty good match, actually. I think between the two of them, they're about the same. You know, I've seen the matchup here is pretty good. Bit of a slow start for the two of them. These guys have sparred a couple of times in the gym there, and it's always been really competitive. It's a good matchup. Both of them pretty decent wrestlers. Both of them pretty decent striking. You can see right here, both of them are pretty clean. Nice leg kick there, almost knocking Josh Delmark to the ground, and Delmark returning the favor.
This looks more like a Muay Thai fight here.
Yeah, both these guys pretty evenly matched. Nice leg kicks on both sides. Oh, buddy, nice big right hand by Phetvixay.
Yeah, there's got to be a lot of excitement for both these guys right here.
Yeah, absolutely. Delmark able to return the favor with a nice right hand of his own. I'm pretty impressed with how patient these guys are. They're both landing pretty good shots. They're picking their shots. Nice, accurate stuff here. Until I said that. And both guys missing with big roundhouse kicks.
You can tell Michael's setting up for that spinning back kick.
Yeah, you saw it coming. Both these guys. I'd like to see them get in a little closer and do a little more inside work. They're just throwing big shots from the outside. And you land one of them and things are going to be over. But if you don't, you're just going to wear everything out. And so far, these guys are missing the big shots. You got to set it up a little bit.
They both seem pretty pleased to be standing on their feet, exchanging kicks and punches. How's their ground game?
Yeah, both of them have fairly decent ground game. I haven't seen a jab thrown yet, though. Both these guys just looking to throw that big rear hand. Oh, looks like Delmark's got over his eye. And, we haven't seen a takedown attempt yet. Both these guys just content to stand out here and throw some big kicks and big punches. Every now and then you'll get a couple fighters agree not to even try to go to the ground because they want to do a stand-up fight. I'm not so sure that happened here, but it kind of looks that way.
Both of them swinging for the fences.
Yeah, you got to set up those fence swings, though. You can't just throw those things from outside. You got to set it up with a jab or a push kick or something along those lines. Back your opponent up against the cage so they can't escape.
Both these guys are really quick.
Yeah, they're both lightning quick, that's for sure. They're just little teeny tiny guys. They both weigh 125 pounds. All right, round number 1 in the books, and pretty good round. Very even. I can't really take a pick. We got round 2 when we come back. Welcome back to the Ultimate Combat Experience, round number 2 of 3 scheduled rounds between Michael Phetvixay and Josh Delmark. Very close first round, hard one to score because you saw a lot of this, a lot of back and forth action, pretty decent stuff. A lot of misses though, these guys not setting up that big shot. They're throwing that right hand from left field, and every now and then you'll see one of them find its mark.
It's nice to see 2 young guys like this getting out here, going after each other, throwing a lot of kicks, a lot of punches.
Yeah, they're both staying fairly active, and as we mentioned before, I don't think we've seen a takedown attempt. I know Phetvixay landed on his backside at one point, and Josh tried to jump on him, but other than that, there was no attempt even to take this to the ground.
I don't know, if one of those punches lands, someone's going down.
Yeah, they're throwing with a lot of bad intentions, that's for sure. These doesn't look like these guys are throwing light punches at all, but they just haven't been able to find their mark. Phetvixay finally getting that takedown. And Delmark just kind of hanging onto his head. Phetvixay pounding away at the body, not doing a whole lot of damage there, but Delmark doing 0 damage, just holding onto his head. Such a common mistake for young guys to do. They just kind of hang on and squeeze. You're not going to get anything out of that squeeze of the head there.
There's not much you can do from there. You're just wasting a lot of energy.
Yeah, you got to get out from underneath this guy. Don't squeeze his head.
That's pretty common with these younger fighters or more inexperienced fighters, the head comes out, you can grab a hold of it, you grab it and hold on, and you think you've got something good there.
Yeah, it seems like a good idea at the time. It seems like that's what you should naturally do, but there's just no effectiveness to it. Phetvixay able to get his head out now. He's got full mount, and he wouldn't have gotten that full mount had Delmark not been hanging onto his head. Delmark able to reverse him, come around on top here. Now Phetvixay grabbing onto his head. As we mentioned, these guys are pretty evenly matched. Pretty good wrestlers, decent striking. Neither one of them with a whole lot of submission experience, though, and you can really see that right here. Boy, how do you score a fight like this? It's just one of those fights that, there's no clear-cut winner or nobody really with a distinct advantage. Phetvixay did get the takedown, but Delmark got a reversal, and they had an equal amount of damage delivered from both of them being on top. So it's a tough one to score. You got 2 rounds in the book. We're going to go to round number 3 here, and it's a pick 'em fight. You could have it up 2 rounds to nothing for either guy, or have it a round apiece. It's just a hard one to tell. Somebody's got to step up their game here in round number 3 and do something. Do something awesome. Nice big right hand over the top with a nice uppercut. And a counter right. Both these guys slinging the leather for sure. Oh, big punch. Finds Delmark on his backside.
I don't know what that was, but it worked.
Phetvixay just had no control on top. He got on top, and Delmark just raised his butt up in there and knocked him off. Yeah, it's an exciting fight nonetheless, because you're on the edge of your seat. One of these punches lands, and it's going to be big trouble for the other. But it's so rarely do they land, and when they do, they knock them down and they get right back up. These guys are resilient. All right, folks, this crowd is starting to get a little bit anxious here. Somebody's got to do something. Somebody's going to go home heartbroken.
Some nice kicks, too. Nothing really big, but, if you get enough of those small kicks coming in, it's going to wear your legs out.
Oh, yeah, look, those leg kicks will take it out of you. You take their ability to punch you hard because they can't push off with their legs, It really changes the dynamic of the fight when you start landing those leg kicks. There we go. That might be the takedown that wins it for him. Phetvixay secures a second takedown, the only 2 takedowns of the fight. And really, in a fight like this, that's what the judges are looking for. They're looking for something. You can do that. I don't know what he's being yelled at for. You can elbow the legs. Phetvixay just content to kind of hang out here, and that's going to do it. Round number 3 in the books. It's going to go to the judges' scorecard, and as you mentioned, oh no, maybe that's not it. He's just standing him up. There wasn't any action. They wanted to see some action here. And there's your 3rd of 3 takedowns with Dave Seistad yelling in your face. You can't knee to the head right there. You can knee to the body. You can't knee to the head while on the ground. All right, now I think that's going to do it there. There's the completion of the fight. And there you have it, Phetvixay, your big winner, coming out on top in what was really a close fight. Yeah, nice work, guys. All right, middleweights are going to come in and do their thing now. Damian Nelson. This kid looks kind of tough, Todd.
He looks pretty serious. I think he's ready. He's got a big jaw on him, that's for sure.
He definitely has a big jaw on him. He's a stout-looking kid going up against Ed Whitmore. And Ed's a kid that, oh, look at that fat guy. Old Crail Coleman there working the timers. Well, Ed Whitmore is a kid that looks like he's been in the weight room just a little bit as well. A whole lot of beefcake in this one.
Yeah, this should be a pretty good fight. Two strong guys.
Yeah, this is just what you like in the heavyweight, or excuse me, the middleweight division. Nice jab to start things off by Nelson. Oh, big left hand. Oh my goodness, he's got. I think this fight may be close to. Wow, that was good stuff. And Whitmore makes his way through this. He's getting ragdolled right now. You know, you don't often see a kid that's that stout get just ragdolled like it, but he's taking it. It looks like Dave stepped in. That's going to do it right there. Man, that was a barrage.
Took a beating.
That was a beating, man. That was tough right there. Damian Nelson coming in and just demolishing Ed Whitmore, and it was not even a competitive match. That was a tough. It was a steamroller came in, ran over the top of him. All right, that's going to make it official right there. Wow, this Damian Nelson kid is a force to be reckoned with. My goodness, good stuff. All right, we're going to shift gears, go down to guys a little bit smaller in size. Charlie Nybo is a kid that he's not fought before, but man, look at the energy he's got. He's one of those kids, he's too young to get into most of our shows. He's been chomping at the bit, wanting to come in here for quite some time. Going up against Daniel Goode. Daniel Goode, a three-time state wrestling champion from Tooele. Good-looking kid. You got a striker versus a wrestler here. Nybo says he's been doing some stand-up game for quite some time. But I tell you what, Daniel Goode's a good little wrestler.
Well, I think that's where it's going to be for him. Nybo's got quite the reach advantage on this.
Yeah, but you can use that reach all you want, man. If I take you on the ground, it's not going to work out so well for you.
I think Goode's going to – there we go.
Oh, man, that was a nice takedown. Took him down with some authority right there. You can tell that Daniel Goode's not super adept on the ground in terms of submission, but boy, look at his position control. Look how strong he is on the ground. And he's just putting a beat down on Charlie Nybo right now. Nybo's hurt. Nybo's probably hurting in places he didn't know he had.
That's one of the things about having those long arms too. They're easy to get a hold of. You get wrapped up, you're gonna be hurting.
But this Daniel Goode's a good-looking kid, man. He's a stout kid, and he's got pretty decent stand-up so far too for a wrestler. He's keeping his hands up high. That's the first thing you try to teach these guys, and it's hard to teach them. That's going to do it, man. That big right hand put Charlie Nybo into next week. Nybo doesn't even want to get up. I'm afraid they might make him fight again. He's got him. Yeah, he's got him. Okay, I thought
he looks a little surprised.
What happened, man? He's shocked still. All right, Daniel Goode. Another day at the office for him, it looks like. Nice work. I'm sure we're going to see a lot more of this kid. He's a good-looking kid. When he turns 21, we'll see a lot of him. We're keeping it small, man. Keeping it small. We're here in the lightweight division, and Todd Powell and Mario Ortega. Todd Powell's got a tremendous reach advantage over Mario Ortega. He's a pretty tall kid for the weight class. Mario's a nice kid. He's a game little fighter too, but he's new at this, man. He really wants to be good at it, but he's just brand new at this thing, man. Yeah, you can see Todd's got quite a bit of a reach advantage over Mario Ortega. And Mario's trying to invoke the Lord to come in and help him, and hopefully it works for him. Powell with some nice straight punches. Mario has a tendency to duck his head when he has a punch thrown at him. That's a bad habit to get into right there. He should have ducked his head.
Powell making quick work of him.
Yeah, that was a nice straight right down the pipe and put Mario Ortega on the mat. And Mario's in desperation mode right now, just trying to turtle up and kind of sustain or try not to get hurt too bad underneath there. He's covering up. I'll tell you what, though, Powell's doing a really nice job of just being patient and picking his shots. Now he's got old Mario flattened out, and this is a bad spot to be in. You see some blood coming from underneath there. I'm quite certain that's coming from Mario.
Powell's landing a lot of those punches on top there.
Yeah, he is. He's got him pinned down to the ground. He's got his hips pinned and continues to find that shot here and there and just land a big shot.
There's nowhere to go for Ortega right there.
There really isn't. It looks like a choke's being applied here, and Mario's going to be in a lot of trouble. Oh, yep, he's bleeding pretty good underneath there, and I think there's your tap. Yep. That was a pretty systematic fight there by Todd Powell. He came out very comfortably, threw some jabs to set up the big shots. Once he set up the big shots, he was able to get the big takedown after not dropping Mario Ortega with that straight right. Got on top, secured position, slowly but surely worked into a better position and sunk the choke in. Nice work. These youngsters can fight.
Yeah, you got to give it up for them.
All right, we're back to the little teeny guys. Darren Vincent coming out here. I don't know anything about this guy, Todd. I know nothing about him.
Neither do I.
Okay.
I guess it'll be a first for both of us.
This underage show that we do, we don't really get a chance to know the guys, and we meet them for a couple minutes, and that's about it. Chance Lucero, don't know anything about him either. Looks like he's in pretty good shape, though. I'll tell you that. All right, Dave Stead says, I don't know you either, but let's have a good fight. Here we go. Big kick by Darren Vincent, just missing. He's able to secure the takedown, however, landing on top of Chance Lucero. And let the hugging begin. Nice job of Darren Vincent sitting up and getting some punches in there. Lucero looks like he's able to get a reversal. Lucero not really trying to pass guard, just happy to sit inside his guard and punch away, and so far has worked out pretty well for him. Both guys back up on their feet now. Chance Lucero putting on a guillotine choke, arm in guillotine choke. It's kind of hard to do, especially with your legs not around them. So I would recommend letting go of the head.
Looking to his corner for some instruction there.
They should be telling him to let go of the head. There you go. All right, able to pull guard. Trying to climb the body. The guy looks like he's got an attempt at a triangle choke. Oh, lost the arm. Now he's got the other arm. Looking to put that thing on tight. It's one advantage of having those long legs. You can make some mistakes in here and still get away with it, and it looks like he did. Looks like that's going to do it right there. That punch turned into a tap about halfway through. And Chance Lucero getting a big win. That was a nice triangle choke. We have now made it official. Chance Lucero with their first round submission victory over Darren and Vincent in your lightweight division.
A lot of first round ends tonight.
Yeah, they sure
for
are.
These young guys.
All right, we'll keep it as small here once again with the lightweights. Jorge Molina coming out first, part of that Team Unbreakable group. They've done so well tonight. Boy, you've seen Robert McCollum, Damian Nelson, Daniel Goode, all from that group. And going up against the kid we've seen before, Lorenzo Herrera. Lorenzo had a rough night last time he was in. He went up against John McCain, one of the best in the business. But they're pretty big on this Jorge Molina down there at Team Unbreakable as well. Boy, he sure does have a very distinct reach advantage. Tall kid for the weight class. And, you know, Lorenzo is going to run into that just about any time he fights. He's a short kid, and he's done. That's it. He just got knocked out. That was a nice little uppercut.
Work there.
He sure did. A nice right hand over the top, and then just a sneaky uppercut underneath, and that's going to do it. All right. Lorenzo's asking what happened. Well, you got punched in your face. That's what happened. Well, that was quick, man. Made short work of him. Jorge Molina. Remember that name.
I don't think he's going to let you forget it.
Yeah, I don't think so either. He likes to talk, Levi. Boy, Todd, you know who I really like in this show? Levi Roberts. This guy is a good guy. Just a salt-of-the-earth good guy going up against Dustin Baker. And I don't know him that well, but Levi, he's always a guy lending a helping hand with the cage or whatever else. Been hanging around the show for quite some time. He's not underage, but his opponent is. So he's willing to come down here to this underage card and give Dustin Baker an opponent. And we're going to rock it out right here.
Yeah, Levi's a really good fighter. Let's see what happens.
He's not the prettiest fighter to watch, but he's a good guy. He's a tough guy.
Good guy's tough.
Oh, he is as tough as they come in terms of you'd have to shoot him and to stop him. He's that guy. Not pretty to watch, Beb, but man, you know you've been in a fight with him when you do fight him. One thing about Levi is any opportunity he gets, he'll tell you all about Jesus, boy. Says that he's made such a difference in his life. He comes from a bit of a checkered past, and right there, he's giving old Dustin Baker a checkered present. That tattoo doesn't even look real to me on that.
No, it looks brand new, which has got to be painful too. Well, and he keeps turning his back. I'm surprised they're letting this go.
You know, that's a nice guy that old Levi Roberts is. He's knocked him down a couple of times, and he's not that guy who's just going to jump on you and punch you again. You know,
and he had the opportunity.
He could have a couple times. He's a gentleman. He's the nicest guy as they get. But he's only nice when you're not fighting, because he can punch you, and he punches hard. And there you go, Levi Roberts getting a big win. Feeling good about it. All right, in your featherweight division, Samson Lee. Been training at my gym for a little while. He helps out with the Muay Thai program. Pretty good-looking little kid. Just moved here from Hawaii a little over a year ago. Been training at my gym. Going up against Tyson Green. What people don't know about Samson is he's starting to learn some Jiu Jitsu as well. He's always been a pretty good stand-up fighter. Doesn't get the opportunity to fight too often because he's underage. But when he does get in here, you really see some good-looking stand-up game out of him. He's got a pretty good ground game nowadays, too. Right there trying to show off with his Superman antics, but didn't quite get to where he wanted to be. winding up on top at first and now on bottom, but looking for an armbar. Not quite able to turn the corner on it.
Well, one of the things about the lighter weight class like this, they're really quick and they stay moving, whether they're landing things or not.
There's your armbar. His submission game has just gotten so much better, and he attempted a couple of arm bars that didn't work out, and he went right back at it, and that did work out. So beautiful work there. Tyson Green not one bit happy about that, and I don't blame him. All right, Samson Lee's going to go celebrate just a little bit, feeling good about things, as well he should. Man, I haven't seen this guy in a minute. Gary Groves used to fight quite a bit. I haven't seen him in a little while. He got caught up with a girl or something. Going up against the kid who, he's a little bit of a newcomer, Nick Konecny. Lonnie Foster, your referee for this contest. Lonnie, one of the greats of the business, been doing it a long, long time. Actually refereed in UFC 3 or 4, I don't recall which, but he refed at the big show and reffing here on a week-to-week basis. We love him. Gary Groves wearing a shirt into the ring. Said he's put on a little weight since he got with that girl and didn't want people to see his love handles, so we let him wear his shirt. Putting on an attempt at a guillotine right there. Right now he's just squeezing that head for no real reason.
Yeah, both these guys look a little shaky coming into this, not sure where they're going to start off.
Yeah, well, Gary able to come around on top. Both these guys have a head squeeze on, so it's a little dual head squeeze action.
I think they call this the pretzel.
Yeah. It looks like Gary's giving up on his head squeeze and is looking to get this off of him. Neither one in any danger by the head squeeze, by the way, here. It's just uncomfortable. Make your neck a little sore tomorrow. But, and again, this is that position where Lonnie's not really going to be able to stand him up because technically you're in submissions, both of you. So Lonnie just kind of letting it go, and then Gary Groves able to finally get up, throw some punches, and set his head squeeze up just a little bit better. And that you shouldn't have gotten a tap out of that, but he did. All right, that was not the prettiest rear naked choke. It wasn't even put on correctly, but he got some big win.
Another quick finish.
That was another quick finish, man. A lot of them going down really quick here tonight. Gary Groves getting it done, even with the shirt on. I think we've got one more in us. You got one more in you, Todd?
I've got 5 more in me.
Let's do Brad Greeno and Andy Witt. Oh, Greeno, he's a good-looking kid. I think Andy Witt's got his hands full here. And Andy's a nice kid, kind of soft-spoken kid, tough kid. He's a kid that'll take a lot of punishment, but doesn't have a whole lot of finishing ability himself. But he's a gamer, man. He comes in and will fight you. And what happens with Andy is you'll come in and beat the tar out of him, then you run out of gas, and Andy will sneak around and get a victory on you. So Brad Greeno needs to be on his toes there. Nice Superman punch, just missing over the top by Greeno. Witt able to wind up on top, though, able to capitalize on Brad Greeno's aggressiveness and winds up on top. However, he's in his guard and he's kind of content to hang there.
That's one of the things you never know. Both these guys, you look at them when they first come in.
Yeah,
one of them psyching the other one out, but it doesn't matter. I mean,
you can't really judge a book by its cover in this situation, you know, because Greeno definitely looks a lot tougher than Andy Witt. So far, Andy Witt been hanging in there. He's on top doing his thing.
He looks pretty relaxed. He's taking his time.
He's doing that head squeeze, that infamous head squeeze, which now he's lost position, and Greeno's on his back now. See what he's able to do with that position. Not looking good for Andy Witt right now. Although Greeno's just punching him in the arm. I haven't seen one punch get through to a head. He was just throwing punches just to throw punches, and what that does is wear you out and give your opponent the opportunity to do this, reverse fortunes on you. Brad Greeno putting a figure 4 on the body, which can be pretty uncomfortable if he gets that on. It can squeeze the air out of you. Witt doing a good job of getting turned around there and finds himself on top again.
Nice move there by Andy.
We've seen Andy fight quite a bit. He likes to get in here and mix it up, and he's, I don't know if he's getting better technically or he's just, instinctively getting better. He's finding his way out of positions like he did a moment ago, more on a regular basis here. Just doesn't have a lot of finishing ability. That's why I say I'm not so sure he's getting technically better, because he just doesn't know how to finish fights. He's learning to get around to the side like that, which is a good job, but unless he's able to catch you with a shot, he just doesn't have a lot of finish ability in him.
Well, he looks a lot more comfortable and patient.
He's comfortable and patient, but he gives up position like he shouldn't have right there just a moment ago. Now he's on the bottom and hanging onto that head, which is another, real novice mistake that you see people make. When you say patience, he's just the kind of kid that, I don't know if he knows he's in trouble. He just kind of goes through the fight in slow motion. Greeno able to get up on top with just a little bit of time left in the round. And that's going to do it. Round number 2 in the books. We got one more round. We're going to take a break right here. When we come back, we got round number 3. Welcome back to the Ultimate Combat Experience. If you are just joining us, you've missed 2 pretty competitive rounds between Brad Greeno and Andy Witt. I'm not sure who to say is winning this fight, but needless to say, somebody's got to come up here in round number 3 and do something in order to secure a victory.
A lot of back and forth.
Yeah, a tremendous amount of back and forth, a lot of ebbs and flows in this fight, and as I mentioned, nobody's really taken control of the fight. Although Greeno able to come out here to start the round with a nice takedown, and Andy Witt is out of gas. He just stepped over and got on top and started dropping some bombs, and Andy Witt didn't really do a whole lot to stop him. And right there, Greeno not able to stay on top. Andy Witt able to get that reversal.
Well, this is where conditioning comes into play too. You get gassed out, there's nowhere to go.
This is what Andy Witt does, man. He just wears you down, and he's not the prettiest fighter, but if you're not in good shape, he'll beat you. And it's not because he's tougher than you, it's not because he's better than you, it's just he's just last longer than you. Greeno once again getting up on top, man. Not doing a whole lot when he gets there, though. He's gotten on top, and it looks like he might be just content to ride this one out. And I wouldn't leave things in the hands of the judges, because you just never know. Andy Witt's a guy that's here at the fights every week. He knows these judges. They know him on a personal level. Does that influence him? I don't know, but why take the risk, And
one of these guys have got to do something here.
Yeah, I would like to see a finish. And we've seen a lot of first round finishes tonight, but we're in the 3rd round now, so I don't mind them. not going to do anything, Dave. Stand him up. Come on, Dave, earn your money. Dave just wanted a front row to the fights. Greeno getting out, side control now, dropping some stuff, not landing some stuff, though. He's dropping elbows, but Andy Witt able to block it. Looks like he punched him in the ding-dong right there a second ago.
That didn't look good.
It did not.
But these guys have spent a lot of time together. I mean, 3 rounds.
Well, yeah, they get to know each other good enough, I guess you can do that. All right, looks like we're going to snore our way to the end of this one. Greeno landed it, actually shot to cut Andy Witt open right there at the end. Not enough to finish it, though.
Nothing like getting a cut above your eye in the last 3 seconds of the...
You know what I really liked about that? You saw the guy in the front row. He moved his drink because the blood splashed over into his drink. I thought it was pretty awesome. All right, Mino Greeno. Team Mino Greeno cheering their guy on. All righty. We're going to go another round. We're going to put a bonus round in here. What the heck? All right, Greeno trying to get a takedown here, and yeah, there you go. Finally able to get it. Looks like they were able to get the bleeding stopped in Andy Witt's left eye there. And Witt's out of gas. You can just look at the look on his face. He didn't even try to stop that mount attempt. When you get tired like that, you kind of look for the way out, you know, and let him get on top of you. And
you just grab a hold of that head again. Hold on for dear life.
Yep, but you gave up your back in the process here. The good news is Greeno really doesn't have a lot left in the tank either, and he's got your back, but he's not really doing anything with it. A lot of blood coming out from underneath there now. Looks like that cut may have opened back up. Greeno got his hooks in. He's got a good position here. Finds the openings when he can. Throws a punch here and there. But he's probably pretty content to just ride this one out.
Yeah, at this point, I'm sure he feels like he has this round.
Yeah, you know, he's got to feel pretty confident about it. When you've got your opponents bleeding like that, first of all, that leaves a bad impression. And then secondly, if you hold dominant position for an entire round, and you're most likely going to win that round. And if it was even close before, it's gotten less close as time's gone on. You can see that Brad Greeno's really kind of taken control of the fight, even though he lost position there. But anyway, I just don't know that he's got enough in the tank, or there's enough time left for him to counter what's happened early in the round here. Andy Witt desperately trying to pass, get on top, not able to do it. Now he's just gonna bleed all over himself.
Nothing pretty about this fight.
No, absolutely not. You know, and we've seen some pretty good fights tonight, some pretty good fighters. These guys have gone 3 rounds though, and you've got to be happy with that. That's gonna do it right there. All right, Brad Greeno too tired to celebrate. Good thing is he's got his name written on his chest in case you forgot who he was.
I think both these guys are pretty happy that it's over.
Yeah, I imagine they are. There was a unanimous decision, it looks like, on the first judge's scorecard. Second judge saw it the same way. Third judge saw it 29-28, was really how I saw it. Unanimous decision nonetheless, and Mino Greeno getting it done there. Congratulations, great night of fights, and nice way to finish things. We're going going to have to put a wrap on this thing. It's the underage card, so these guys got to get to bed early. So we're going to have to wrap things up here. Todd, you know, these guys, you see a lot of promise in some of them.
Yeah, you know, there's a lot of good young fighters out there. They got the opportunity to show what they had tonight. And this is going to be good for them, too. They're going to go back and look over these videos here and see where they need to improve. But another amazing night by these young guys.
Absolutely. All right, it's Tubby Night for some of you little guys. And I want to remind everybody, before you go to bed, log on to thegreasybiker.com. Check them out. They got all kinds of cool stuff. It's the ultimate combat experience. We'll see you next week.